what a win! The Seahawks pull off a miracle performance in the closing seconds to take down the Detroit Lions by a final score of 37-31 in overtime. Incredible game. I can't believe what I just saw. One of the best Seahawks games I've ever seen. The Seahawks deliver, get it done. Geno was 32 of 41 through the air, 328 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Kenneth Walker led the Seahawks in rushing, 17 carries, 43 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tyler Lockett with 8 receptions, 59 yards, 2 touchdown scores. Meanwhile, the Lions, they held their own. Jared Goff was 28 of 35 through the air, 323 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. David Montgomery with 16 carries, 67 yards, a touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with 6 receptions, 107 yards for the Lions. This was a back-and-forth shootout game. The Seahawks led in the fourth quarter, and the Lions found their way to send this to overtime. Seahawks win the coin toss, and Geno and company march on downfield to take the lead and win this game with a walk-off victory. It was an emotional win. Me and Smitty were talking about afterwards. This is one of those wins that it's just kind of hard to comprehend because you're like, wow, exhale for a second. This team that many people had already written off after week 1 finds a way to get it done. Even with as short-handed as they were, they still get the win. Couple injuries for the Seahawks. They include Tariq Woolen with a chest injury. He is going to be out. We'll see how long that takes him for Tariq Woolen. Meanwhile, Evan Brown, this was his return to Detroit where he played previously for the Detroit Lions. He left the game with an injury as well. So both guys will continue to follow and see what their status is. DK Metcalf also left the game for a bit. He ended up going to the medical tent. He did come back into the game, though. So very good as far as DK goes on that front. But those were the injuries for today. I'll say this. For the Seahawks' sake, even when Tariq was out, guys that we're going to talk about here in a bit, Tre Brown, as well as Devin Witherspoon and others, stepped up in his absence. And the offensive line, for as much that was made about the injuries of the offensive line, held their own today as far as that goes. Folks, what a win. What a performance. And I encourage you, sub for dubs. We are almost at 41,000 subscribers on the channel. But we need you. We need your help to get to that next milestone. Just 46 viewers away from that next milestone. So for all you Seahawks fans that are watching right now, I need you to invite your friends, your family, your neighbors, and make sure they subscribe to the channel so we reach that next milestone to reach 41,000 subscribers. No better way to celebrate that win than subscribe to the channel for free right now. You'll be glad you did. For daily Seahawks coverage, join us for our next watch party, live shows, daily news and rumors, and more right here on Seahawks Today. Now the takeaways from the Seahawks performance. We got to start with Tre Brown. He is him. Tre Brown surprised a lot of people when he earned a starting role on this Seahawks team to begin 2023. But he was very good in the preseason. Remember, he started his rookie season, missed most of last year, and then just had a terrific preseason the way he performed to earn a starting role. And Tre Brown, today lived up to the hype. Granted, the Seahawks secondary as a collective unit started out slow, but they got better as the game went along. And what I saw from Tre Brown today, from the sack on Jared Goff to a couple moments later to having the pick six, that was one of the best performances I've ever seen from a Seahawks player in the secondary. And we've seen some great performances over the years. When you're talking about the Richard Shermans of the world and others that have been, the Earl Thomases and whatnot, we've seen some great players in that secondary over the years. And Tre Brown's performance today was one of the best I've ever seen. He played that well, made the necessary plays. I was so impressed with Tre Brown. Hopefully there's more of that to come from Tre Brown this year. What's your one-word reaction to the Seahawks win? My one word is, wow! That's my one word. What's your one-word reaction? Chime in, tell us in the comments section your one-word reaction. Number 2, Devin Witherspoon. Spoon. He's ready for prime time. When we get to the regular season and you have these rookies, there's these questions about who's ready to step up. Is the stage too big for them or not? And in Devin Witherspoon's case, the stage was not too big for him the way he was able to perform. Started out a little slow, but made the necessary plays. And, I was checking in the chat, and there was people in the chat saying, should have picked Jalen Carter and all that. And I understand where you're coming from. Jalen Carter's looked pretty good for the Eagles. But Witherspoon had some moments where he made it very clear that he's headed in the right direction. He delivered for the most part. The future is bright for Devin Witherspoon. He can be a top corner in this league. And today he showed that he is headed on that path going forward. I loved what I saw from Devin Witherspoon. There's going to be some growing pains. Absolutely there will be. But today was a step in the right direction for the Seahawks. Today's show is sponsored by Game Time, one of the newest partners here at Chat Sports. Game Time is the best place to go when you're talking about getting tickets to concerts, sporting events, comedy shows, and more. You can download Game Time, create an account, and you can get $20 off when you use the promo code Seahawks Chat. It's a great deal. Here's how it works. Very simple, folks. You download Game Time. You pick the event you want to go to. You see the prices, which are the best prices guaranteed. And then you move over and you figure out what seat you want. And you can see exactly what the seat and view looks like. And then you're purchasing your ticket, just like that. Easy process. A while back, went to a baseball game. I was with my buddies. We decided at the very last minute, you know what? We want to go to this game. And within moments, we got our tickets, and we made it in time for first pitch. And that can be you as well, whether you go to a Seahawks game, Mariners game, concert, comedy show, whatever it is. Game Time is the place for you to get your tickets. $20 off. Promo code Seahawks Chat. Download Game Time now. $20 off with that promo code. You'll be glad you did. Tell them Tyler Jones Chat Sports sent you. That's Game Time. Download right now for $20 off with the promo code Seahawks Chat. Number 3, no sophomore slump for Geno Smith. There was an expectation by some folks out there that Geno Smith, as he entered the second year of his career as a full-time starter for the Seahawks, that he would take a step back, that he would fall off of some sort. In last week's performance, I don't blame on Geno. I think that everyone else around him struggled, in particular the offensive line. This week, Geno made the throws he needed to. He made the necessary plays. Granted, there was one play towards the end of regulation where he took a sack instead of throwing it away. But for the most part, he did everything that he needed to do and then some. Geno proved to me, and I think most people out there, reason to be confident that Geno is good enough to get the job done. If this Seahawks team falls short of expectations, it will not be because of Geno Smith. Geno is good enough. I believe, I am sold on Geno Smith to deliver for this Seahawks team, and you should believe in Geno Smith to get the job done too. I mean, think about it. With the question marks in the offensive line, he still found a way to get the job done. I'm all in on Geno. Who is your MVP today against the Lions? A lot of different options. Tre Brown would be a good choice. Geno Smith would be a good choice. Who is the MVP today? Let me know in the comment section. Give me one player who was the MVP for Seattle, and let us know. Number 4, Tyler Lockett. He is so clutch. Tyler Lockett can get the job done in those big moments. I mean, think about this. Okay, when it comes to Tyler Lockett, we spent all offseason talking about, all right, DK taking that next step, bringing in JSN, Jake Bobo, and all of that. And here's still Tyler Lockett playing at an extremely high level. The oldest receiver on this Seahawks team, and he cannot be denied. 8 catches, 59 yards, 2 touchdowns. He didn't have any long receptions, but he made plays in the big moments. Tyler Lockett was unbelievable. I love what I saw from Tyler Lockett. If he stays healthy, Tyler Lockett is in for a big year again. I loved it. Hopefully there's more to come from Tyler Lockett. All reliable. You can't count him out. You can never count out Tyler Lockett. He was outstanding. Next on this, takeaways for the Seahawks. Last but not least, Kenneth Walker. This guy, he's not messing around. Was it his best rushing performance? No, it wasn't. The offensive line was sporadic when it came to the run game. It didn't help when Evan Brown went down. But Kenneth Walker made plays. I mean, he worked with what he had to work with. 17 carries, 43 yards. Those numbers aren't going to jump at you. But 2 touchdowns. I mean, the red zone force that he was. If the Seahawks can get this run game established, then look out. They are going to create problems for the opponents they face. If the O-line can improve, the run game for this Seahawks team can be lethal. Kenneth Walker can be one of the top backs in the league. Zach Charbonnet had some sparks at moments here. I love this group. If the offensive line can figure itself out when it comes to the run game, sky's the limit as far as that goes. 2 weeks in, the Seahawks are 1-1. They get the win today. After the loss last week, they bounced back. How do you feel now? I personally feel much better about this team. Even with the injuries that happened the last couple of weeks and everything, there's a lot of optimism, I think, about this group going forward. Everything is still in front of them that they want to accomplish. What's your confidence level in Seattle? Scale for me 1 through 10 in the comment section. Folks, subscribe to the channel. We're talking Seahawks every day. We have a great time doing it. We're going to keep going. We're not done. A lot more exciting Seahawks football ahead. Subscribe now for free. We'll see you on our next watch party here on the channel. Have a great day. Go Seahawks.